How's it going? I hope everybody's doing okay today. Today we're going to look at the Pentatonic Scale, and this is a way I've found to teach it that really seems to help students catch on to the 5 different patterns. Okay, now at this point you should be aware of we're going to look at the A minor pentatonic. You should be aware of 2 ways to play an A minor chord, bar chord. This way, with the root on the 6th string, and then this way it will be up here on the 12th fret, and our root's going to be here on the 5th string. Okay, now what we want to do is first get down the 2 pentatonic patterns that line up with these 2 chords. Okay. So if you're looking at my book, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 patterns. So this will be the first pattern. Okay, everybody seems to really catch on to that pattern very easily. They see that A minor chord there, they see the patterns kind of they can see that chord inside that pattern. Okay. But then a lot of times people, when they start doing blues and stuff, they kind of get stuck using that pattern all the time. So we want to make sure we're expanding beyond that. And I found a good way to do it is to look at this chord and learn that 4th pattern next. Now, even though it goes like this, we're going to go ahead and start that pattern here on the root. Okay, then when we get back to the root, when we're coming down, we'll catch these 2 notes there and then come back up to the root. And that'll give us the pattern that goes with that chord. Okay. Now let's say I wanted to do a D minor. I know that this is the D minor chord and this is a D minor chord. So I can do this pattern here. And I can do this pattern here. Okay? Those line up real nice. Okay, then I usually have the student look at so you should look at the 5th pattern. And what I try to tell people, so we're going to go back here to A minor, is it's the one that comes right before the first one. Okay? Listen, it's an easy pattern to memorize too, because it's just 2, 4 on the outer strings and 1, 4 on the middle strings. Okay, now if we want to start with our root, it's going to be the same. No, it's going to be the root there. The root's here for this one, and it's going to be the same root here. Okay, the end with that. Okay. So that gives you 3 of the 5 patterns now. Now the next pattern I like to introduce is the one here that starts basically where your 4th finger ended in this pattern. Okay. The thing about it is the root, here's our A minor chord, here's the root, this is an octave here. So knowing that octave is really useful. And that's where we're going to start the pattern. You probably want to first practice it this way, just start on the lowest note. But then you want to start started on the root, which is this octave here. Then go down, catch the lower notes, and then come back up to that root. Okay? So once you get that, you have 4 of the 5 patterns. Okay? Now we're going to look back at this one. And the next pattern is going to be right beneath it. So at first, start the pattern on the lowest note. You'll notice that 4 of the strings have that same interval, the 2 to 4. Okay, and then you're going to do a 1-4. Now here you can either shift and do a 1-4, or you can do an extension. Okay, now here you're going to try to relate this scale kind of to this scale. Notice that note there is that note where you do the extension. And here's our root, because here was our root for this one. Now here's our root for this one. Okay, this note here is that note there. Okay, I hope this was useful and a good approach to learning the 5 different pentatonic patterns. Okay, thank you very much.